did my face end up on this?
Right. I've heard that there are pretty obscene items that you can get with the boys' faces on them, and that is just actually really weird, like not even funny weird, like just weird. And the underwear's funny weird, the boys on the underwear, but I'm actually just on t-shirts and dolls and stuff, to be honest. I don't think that I'm on like bed sheets and stuff like that, which is still funny weird, but I don't know.
Themes of the film that I would think resonate with you and with most audiences. This is a film really about the choices that we make and the consequences of those choices, right?
Right.
And I've talked to you about two other great films that you have this year, one that's already come out, Runaways, and one, Welcome to the Rileys. I'm wondering, like, do you feel like right now, like, the choices you're making professionally and personally are weighing on you? Do you feel that kind of, like, pressure of choice?
No, not at all. I feel less of that, actually, because I'm in such a, like, stellar position. I feel really indulgent. Like, I feel like it's really cool to be able to say, I don't know, for the next couple of years, I'm just going to focus on being an actor. Like, I want to make movies and stuff. I want to, like, do other stuff. But right now, it's really cool just being like, I don't know what I'm going to do next year, but this year I'm doing this. Like, I'm doing On the Road, and I'm doing Breaking Dawn. That's, like, all I know that I'm doing. But I'm not good at planning out my career. But if I was, I'd probably feel pressure. But because I don't, and I really just choose things instinctually, I'm not worried about it.
Looking forward to when you read the script, when you knew that you were going to be working with David on this, that you were anxious to film?
Yeah, like, yeah, there's a moment on, like, right before the big battle happens, Jacob gets emotional and crazy, and he's going to go try and hurt himself. He's going to go fight, and she's like, she gets to a point where the only way to save him is to kiss him, and what surprises her is that she's not only able to do it, she can clearly see that he offers a really desirable path that before because she was so obsessed with Edward, she just had to be like, oh no, nothing else, like, you know, she had no perspective. And so it's a moment, like, if she's ever reeled, it's that moment. And then 2 seconds after, she has to go talk to Edward about it, and it's like, he's heard everything. And so it's a little bit more, it's just not as fantasy. It's like a little bit more real. It's like, yeah, these are real people dealing with real problems. They're not just vampires.
In this arc for Bella, in this one, did you relate to sort of the choices she was making? Were you relating it at all to choices you've made in your own life, experiences in your own life?
Yeah, I mean, like, you can't, you are who you are, and everything that I've been through definitely informs the way I feel about, like, everything I play, because you can't claim to be, like, a different person just because you're playing Bella, whatever. So, like, I try not to be specific about it, though, because it gets muddled. Like, you're not playing yourself, and so if you start putting your personal details in, it confuses things. Right. But you definitely are generally inspired. I mean, like, if you can relate to something, I mean, I can't think of a specific one, but I know what it feels like to be unsure. I know what it feels like to be ashamed and, you know, having, like, made mistakes and wanting to be like, hey, it's totally okay for me to have made that mistake. So I get that, but not specifically.
I know you're really excited for On the Road. What's and this has been in the works for a while. Do you feel prepared for this? Are you nervous, excited? What are your emotions about On the Road?
I'm really nervous, like, honestly and genuinely really nervous about it, but, like, not in a bad way. People think nerves are a bad thing. I love them. Like, they get you ready to do something big. I don't know. I'm stoked. There's, like, going to be a 4-week like, beatnik boot camp in Montreal. That's going to be amazing because I haven't read everything those guys read. I haven't got, you know what I mean? Like, there's a huge, like, education process that's going to take place with the whole cast, and it's a small movie, so to have that much time is just awesome.
Wanted to, is that, like, totally made up on the internet, or did they approach you about possibly doing that?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's weird to answer questions like this. The only 2 projects that I'm confirmed in now are On the Road and Breaking Dawn, 1 and 2.
And we can read into whatever we like from that
Whatever,
answer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Does the idea, I mean, a lot of the folks got into the action this time around, does the idea of doing kind of a kick-ass action role in the abstract at least appeal to you?
Yes, definitely. As long as it was good. I mean, like, it's really exciting to see, and Wanted was a great movie like that. Like, James McAvoy makes that movie different from most other action movies because he's a real guy. Like, you're so with him. And I feel like most action movies don't have that. So if it had that, definitely. But I wouldn't just want to be in like a mindless blow-up movie. I'm not into it.
Right. There's also talk lately that theater might be in the offing. Is that true that you're considering doing theater?
People
in
have
the
been
West
asking
End
me
or
that. It's so
something?
weird. I don't know where that came from. I would love to. And that also is something that really intimidates me, and I have no experience with it. But I would want to, definitely. It's just I'm not doing that.